Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gachie Skyman TV, the tourist mind Black Africa. The talk of the town is the encounter between Raila Amolo Odinga, William Samoei Ruto, and King Charles III at State House, Nairobi. And when you look at those photos, you realize one thing, that the three people were very jovial. They were very happy, especially when they met. Again, something else is that William Samoei Ruto had new black shoes. Now the king had shoes that had covered some kilometers. When you look at them very keenly, again, both had blue suits, although that of the king had some stripes. So, why are people talking about Raila Amolo Odinga? It is important to make some observation here that it is only Raila who was there. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta turned down the invitation. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka and Martha Karua were not also there. Again, when you look at it, you realize that there were no party politics here. Sio siasa ambazo zilikuwa zinachezwa hapa, kwa sababu ukitazama utaona hata wale wasisi, wale ambao ni vigogo wa UDA, wale washirika wa karibu akina Rigathi Gachagua, because Rigathi Gachagua was deliberately kept out of the meeting because of reasons that we all know. And akina Kimani Ichung'wah ijapokuwa walikuwa pale, na kina Alfred Mutua walikuwa pale, but their role were not prominent. But I would like you to observe very keenly. You realize that Mudavadi was playing a major role from welcoming the guests from the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Yeye alimkaribisha pale na vile vile pale, I understand yesterday they were around some gardens in Nairobi with the king. He was on hand to guide the king. So why did Raila attend this meeting? How did it happen that Raila was there? So if you are joining this channel for the first time, kindly subscribe to this channel if you have never, like a video at this juncture, and maybe comment. How did Raila find himself there? Was it bad? If you ask me, there's no politics here. There's nothing. We should not read too much here, because you see some people start saying that Raila has been bought. Raila is so expensive to buy. You cannot buy Raila Amolo Odinga. That is a fact. Others will say that already a handshake. I don't think it is there, but there is a working agreement, if you ask me, between the two leaders. So why did Raila go there? Who invited him in the first place? Remember very well that there was a time that the British High Commission met with Raila Amolo Odinga, wakakutana pale, and they had a lengthy meeting. And in fact, it is the British High Commission who went and visited Raila Amolo Odinga in his office. And I strongly believe that this was a British affair. And it is during this time that the British government invited Raila Amolo Odinga through its agent here, that's the British High Commissioner. Kwamba ameingia pale, alienda pale, na unajua lazima, unajua Raila is somebody who you may not even be able to predict Raila Amolo Odinga. But the fact that this was a British affair, because you see, although it was happening in State House, all said and done, the guest was a British. That is a fact. And the British were the one who were managing everything, apart from maybe the food, the dinner there, na mambo machache hapa na pale. Hii ni ziara ambayo kitazama vizuri sana imepagwa na Waingereza. So he was honoring the government of British. Again, you also know that Prince Charles, he talked very fondly. For those of you who listened to his speech, he talked so fondly about the founding father of this nation, that is Jomo Kenyatta. Na akasema vile ambavyo walikutana about 52 years ago with Jomo Kenyatta. And during that time, I know, and you know, and we all know that Jaramogi Oginga Odinga was the vice president of Jomo Kenyatta wakati huo. It is possible that Raila was there because ukiangalia umri wa Raila Amolo Odinga na Prince Charles, I think it is almost the same, maybe 1 or 2 years. And that time, because I strongly believe that wakati Charles alikuja pale na akamwona au kakutana na Jomo Kenyatta, Raila was there as the vice president most likely, because what I know is that Charles is now coming the third time in Kenya, and they must have met with Raila Amolo Odinga. They must know each other. So he most likely was also invited by Prince Charles III himself, and as a friend, he found it necessary not to let his friend down. Again, you know also that Raila is a global citizen. Raila is not a villager. That is the truth of the matter. Raila is somebody who is respected in the international circles. If he did not attend, I think some people or some countries would view him in a negative way. But when he attends the meeting, when he attends the occasion, he comes out stronger. He comes out as a statesman, not a village man like me or you. Kwa hivyo wakati unamuona pale, he is playing a very crucial role, that of a global citizen. A global citizen has the eyes of the globe. He is an icon. Ni mtu ambaye anatazamwa sana. Because you see, Raila cannot leave India. Kwa sababu unajua, the last time I heard about Raila, he was in India. Hawezi akaja haraka hivi ili ahudhurie dinner bila sababu. He must have been invited by the prince himself, not the prince, the king himself. Forgetting, he's now the king, not the prince. The king must have invited him, and the British government was aware that he's going to attend, because whoever was attending there, lazima serikali ya Uingereza ifahamishwe vizuri sana ni ya kina nani. Again, the Kenya government, in an effort to appear as one that is not discriminatory, could have invited Raila Amolo Odinga. And if he was invited by the government, it must be William Samoei Ruto who invited him. The fact that Gachagua was kept out, because you know, what we know about Raila Amolo Odinga, and the government knows this, and the president knows this, is that Raila is a unifying factor. Though we talk of the president as the symbol of national unity, Raila Amolo Odinga comes out clearer as a symbol of national unity. So the government inviting him was gaining mileage, was gaining political mileage. That it is a government that cares for everybody, it's a government that involves everybody. Because one thing I know about the British government, opposition is highly respected. Opposition is taken as a government in waiting, and it is highly respected. And King Charles knows this. It is not like in Africa, whereby oppositions as parties, opposition leaders are seen as enemies. So the fact that the government invited him, and maybe it must have taken a lot of conviction for him to attend. Again, there are historical ties between the two countries, and Raila Amolo Odinga knows very well. And Raila Amolo Odinga carries the history of this nation. Now, especially those things that to do with atrocities, especially after the declaration of emergency in 1992, ambapo watu wengi waliwawa, na Raila Amolo Odinga knows this, and maybe his presence there is carrying some historical significance. Again, when you look at Raila Amolo Odinga, you know, there are some countries. You know, one thing is very clear, that Kenya is the first Commonwealth country to be visited by King Charles after assuming the kingship in Britain. Hajaenda taifa lingine la Commonwealth. The fact that Kenya is a member of the Commonwealth nation, and Raila Amolo Odinga is respected among the Commonwealth nations, Raila may have found it necessary to attend. because when you look at it, mambo mengi ambayo Uingereza inafanya ikiangalia who is with me or who is against me. Again, it is also very important to realize that what happens in most countries is like these superpowers micromanage them. So the fact that Raila Amolo Odinga attended that meeting tells a story about these superpowers that they somehow micromanage our politics. They somehow micromanage our affairs. Because you cannot tell me that Raila anaamka tu anaenda tu bila sababu. Lazima kulikuwa na shinikizo za hapa na pale. So that is my take, ladies and gentlemen, as usual. Let us interact through the comment section. Let me know what you think about Raila gracing the occasion, sharing, having dinner with the president and the government people. And because you see, Raila Amolo Odinga hakuwa peke yake, alikuwa na Opiyo Wandayi, and Opiyo Wandayi is coming out also very strongly in succession of Raila Amolo Odinga. May you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.